I don't get why he always does that same thing. Alright.
Hey you, and welcome. My name is Mike, and in this old video, what I'm talking to you about today is this stuff. Visine, Myzine. Get the red out? Well today it's gonna get the dead out. In this old video, I'm gonna yap away about a number of stories, some big, some small, each linked by a lovely drop of Visine. More like a tremendous squirt. That sounds, this stuff mixed with some other stuff. I mean, it's eye drops, not drops dead, but it's all the same to these characters. It's all goo, really, so let's give it just that. So,
okay, I like a good pun. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good. That was actually really good. I dropped dead. Yeah, but long weekends, oh yeah. I mean, I would do it. That does sound pretty tempting. And having that, like, the afternoon off on Friday, oh, that'd be so wonderful.
first of all, I've showed this like 5 times, but check it out. I got Visine as my prop. Pretty proud of myself. Focus, bitch. What do you think? I'm trying to impress you. It's not working, is it? You know, we have a lot of fun on this show, my friends, but right now I want to get serious. Because Visine is no joke. I, for one, really hate using it. Eyes freak me out, I simply won't have it. But, on a lighter note, let me tell you a small anecdote about one student in a high school in Fowlerville, Michigan, who obviously assumed the same about their teacher. That, you know, eyes. So, he started putting it in his teacher's coffee. Actually, wait, no, I think I got my wires crossed here.
The teacher believes this went on for several days. She first started getting sick on a Thursday and Friday, then went home, felt better over the weekend, came back and got even sicker the following week.
In May 2014, algebra teacher Mary Aldecoa started getting very ill. She had horrible stomach pains and headaches and was out of commission for a time. Then, a rumor went around that, over a 5-day period, one of the students had been dripping Visine into her coffee, the coffee she had left on her table in class. This all came out. Mary, she did make a full recovery and the student was suspended for a year. Great job!
But
Damn, that's tough right there. Yikes, can't even leave your coffee on the table. That's crazy. Mind you, this is sold over the counter. Yeah, suspended, dude. That's like, I mean, if someone would do that, like, to an adult, that is literally attempted murder. That's crazy. Like, and to think that it was just Visine drops being dropped into her coffee every day, and it was getting her that sick. Well, yeah, I mean, she that could well be, but it is still, in the reality of the case, it is still attempted murder. I mean, you're literally trying to, I mean, that's what I think it is. I may be wrong. I'm no lawyer, but that seems like it could be attempted murder, or at the very least, what, like, I don't even know. I don't think it could be assault or anything, but I mean, you're trying to get someone sick deliberately, and you're using something that could potentially, if it's continued use, could kill someone, because if 5 days of having drops of Visine put in their coffee, they were already getting these symptoms, and they were feeling sick, and it was a huge headache and whatnot. Who knows what a prolonged exposure to that, to those drops, like. That's insane. I don't know. And this is supposed to be like the first one out of, I guess, all the ones that he's going to be talking to us about. And damn. Off the bat, crazy.
I have no doubt that he just saw it as a harmless prank. And it's not. It could kill people.
But she got off very lightly compared to some of the other stories I'm going to tell you about. Visine and other eye drops contain a chemical called tetrahydrozoline. It's not meant to go in the gob, right? Because if it does, it gets you really fucked up. And not in a good way. It's pretty toxic. If you take enough of it, it will shut down your central nervous system, and then shut you down. There's a couple of stories I want to look at in this whole video. All had eye problems, as in, I am in trouble. So that means more than one, but let's begin with just that in a story that takes us to mystical South Carolina. York County be the place that we, be, to begin. And let me begin, by the way, by saying that we have been there before with the story, if you remember, of Melvin Roberts. No spoilers, but the woman he was married to was gas, and not in a good way. So, in uppity South Carolina lies the county of York. There's a wily old lake named Lake Wiley, and that is where the Claytons lived. The Claytons being Stephen and his wife, Lana. And it was there that in July 2018, the police entered their house on Island Forks Road. Stephen was lying at the bottom of the stairs.
And my wife is suffocating. Do you need to take any position again? So she said she left in that state. Okay.
Pretty soon the police started knocking around the house, and what was initially assumed to have been some kind of heart attack, you know, like the regular kind, that theory was soon usurped by Lana's actions. Or rather, lack of them. Steve and Lana had been married for 5 years by the time 2018 rolled around. And now it was no more. Steve Clayton was born in 1954, growing up with 3 sisters in South Florida. Here is Steve Clayton walking one of his sisters down the aisle. He graduated Florida State University in 1976 with one of them finance degrees, and went to start a business, a beeswax. Physical Therapy Resources was the name of the game, with therapy centers across America. It was big, he made a few schcarrol, and he eventually sold his half of it, and went on to become a full-on rape philanthropist. That's the one, at age 41. He became rich and successful.
Dude, I fucking love Mike, which is the person narrating, like the owner of the person that makes all these videos, that chapter videos. I mean, I've been a huge fan for a very long time. One of the things that keeps me a huge fan of his is not so much like all the great videos that he makes, but he always references It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And It's Always Sunny is probably one of my favorite shows of all time. It's that or The Office. I'll put them as backgrounds while I'm doing shit. If I'm not listening to music, I'm watching reruns of It's Always Sunny, or I'm watching reruns of The Office. I absolutely love that show, and I don't know if you watch the show. Hopefully you got the reference that he just said right now. If you don't watch the show, well, I'll just describe the scene where he just said the whole he was gonna say rape, but it ends up being philanthropist. But it's in the show, it's 3 characters. It's Charlie, Dennis, and Mac. Charlie is set up on a date with someone. He's an extremely weird dude that just likes to eat a lot of cheese, and he's told to lie on his date, and he's told to say that he's a philanthropist, but he tells the person that the girl, when she asks him what he does, he says that he's a full-on RIPIST. Okay. Again, I fucking love Mike because he always puts in a Sunny reference in his videos, one way or another, and it's not the first time he does it, so shout out to him.
At a relatively young age, and what did he want to do with it? Pay it forward by giving it back to the new up-and-comers. He was a decent guy who wasn't satisfied with his own success. He wanted others to succeed too. He helped young, entrepreneurs with advice, with his resources, any strings he could pull, he would pull on the darn threads. He wouldn't yuck their yums, he was happy to support. And he was a fun guy to be around. Or at least that's what Lana Walsh thought when they met in 2010. Stephen was 55 years old when they started dating. He had moved up from South Florida to North Carolina, and that's where he met Lana, 12 years younger than Stevie. Steve could never really find the right woman for him. He was driven, he was outgoing, and despite being the life of the party, he didn't have much luck in love. He'd been up and down the aisle a couple of times, but nothing stuck. But now his luck is about to change. And then change again. Lana was a nurse from Oklahoma, a sweet, quiet lady, unlike the gregarious Steve. But they seemed to make quite the pair, the yin to the yang. In 2013, they married, and in 2015 moved into a new home on Lake Wylie, South Carolina, into a house remodeled after George Washington's Mount Vernon estate. Look at you! Life was good, until June 2018, of course. He started getting nauseous, vertigo, generally just quite a ill feeling. Lana sent him to bed. He ended up sleeping for 2 days straight. Bollocks, he was. But 2 weeks later, he was back to his old self, life at a party, dancing away with Lana at a party he hosted. A month later, though, after that party, this call came in.
Public Safety Communications, Mrs. Amber.
Yes, ma'am. I'm down at Lake Wylie, 4506 Island Fork Road. I was just riding by and a woman came running out and said her husband fell down the steps and she thinks he's dead. So we need an ambulance.
Okay, and so the female flagged you down and said her husband fell down the steps?
She was hysterical. I think he might be gone.
Okay, I do have everyone coming lights and sirens. I know you don't want to bother her. Has he been sick recently?
She said he had vertigo.
Well, we already know where this is going. Damn. I hope he gives us a motive as to what happened.
Just kind of having guilt trip about not checking on him. Just take a look, see if you see any signs of him falling or anything.
Okay, ma'am, I'm Sergeant Day. I'm gonna be here for I'm gonna be here for just a little while until the coroner gets here.
Lana said she had seen him that morning fast asleep. Then she went out to cut the grass, and when she came back in, he was dropped dead at the bottom of the stairs.
Miss Clayton, you were outside. You were working outside?
I was mowing the lawn real quick, and when I came in, the car fell. And I tried to
sorry.
I tried to put a blanket underneath it, tried to